have me, and I have you. That's enough to paint lonesome black and blue. Yeah, I have you, and you have me. That puts a bow up in the sky that tells the rain to cease. We've had up, and we've had down. We've had warm nights, we've gone round and round. What I know, this much is true. There ain't a color in the rainbow that shines like you. So let's carve our names into this tree, and then lay beneath the beauty of her leaves. Well, the birds and the bees seem to agree that we're strong as the maple and twice as sweet. We've had ups and we've had downs. We've had warm nights, we've gone round and round. What I know, this much is true. There ain't a tree with any leaf that roots me like you. I've gone east, west, inward and out. For me, I know this much is true. There ain't a single direction that don't point to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just about to start. If you're comfortable to do so, would you please stand to welcome the bridal party? ask who brings Sarah to be married to Thomas today?
Yes.
You do? Like to give your daughter a kiss? And shake Thomas's hand? So, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats, if you'd like to come through. And can we have the two witnesses, please? So you two are going to be this side. Oops, you've got all it on your dress.
It's alright, it's because I didn't clean up here.
You can hold hands. Everybody all right? Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to Newland Hall on this very special occasion, the marriage of Thomas and Sarah. My name is Anne Gooch, and I'm a Deputy Superintendent Registrar for the Essex Registration Service, and I'm empowered by statute to witness this civil marriage. With me today is my colleague Valerie. She will be making the permanent and historic record of this marriage, albeit electronically. Now, I'm sure Thomas and Sarah are delighted that you, their close family and friends, are all here today to witness and celebrate this special occasion with them. I hope that for all of you it will be a memorable event, and especially for you two, as you begin your journey together as husband and wife. May your wedding day be truly happy in every way. Now, this place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages. The marriage will be in accordance with the civil law of this country, which requires both the bride and the groom to declare their freedom to marry before they go on to make their marriage contract. So we are here today to witness the joining in matrimony of Thomas Edison Ing and Sarah Grace Simmons. If any person here present knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, then they should declare it now. You've obviously invited the right people. Thomas and Sarah, today you'll exchange vows of marriage that will unite you as husband and wife in the presence of your witnesses, family and friends. But before you pledge yourselves to each other in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you're about to make. Marriage in this country is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. The purpose of marriage is that you may always care for and support each other through every aspect of your lives. It is a decision made by two people to share love, friendship and mutual respect. Marriage is a desire by two people not only to share themselves and their experiences, but also to accept one another as individuals. Marriage means making a commitment to developing cooperation. It calls for honesty, patience and of course humour. A good partner will be loving and caring, but above all a best friend. I'm now going to ask both of you to declare that you know of no legal reason why you should not be married to each other today. So, if you are free lawfully to marry, please repeat these words after me. And Thomas, you go first. I declare that I know.
I declare that I know.
Of no legal reason.
Of no legal reason.
Why I, Thomas Edison Ing.
Why I, Thomas Edison Ing.
May not be joined in marriage.
May not be joined in marriage.
To Sarah Grace Simmons.
To Sarah Grace Simpson.
Simpson, sorry. Sorry, Simpson.
I mean, I wasn't going to say anything.
I only glanced at it, that's why. Okay, Sarah, it's your turn. I declare that I know.
I declare that I know.
Of no legal reason.
Of no legal reason.
Why I, Sarah Grace Simpson.
Why I, Sarah Grace Simpson.
May not be joined in marriage.
May not be joined in marriage.
To Thomas Edison Ing.
To Thomas Edison
It's
Ing.
being out in the country here, isn't it? It's having a funny effect on me. And now the solemn moment has come for our couple to make their formal and legal contract before you all. So could I please invite you all to stand if you're comfortable to do so?
Should we stand?
No, I think you'll be better to sit there.
I'm disabled, it's all good.
And you'd have to excuse my back. Sorry about that. Thomas, you're going first. I, Thomas Edison Ing,
I, Thomas Edison Ing,
take thee, Sarah Grace Simpson,
take thee, Sarah Grace Simpson,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
And Sarah? I, Sarah Grace Simpson,
I, Sarah Grace Simpson,
take thee, Thomas Edison Ing,
take thee, Thomas Edison Ing,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
Now, Thomas and Sarah have chosen to exchange an additional promise today. So, Thomas, would you like to say your bit?
To my best friend and gorgeous wife, Sarah, I stand before you to take you as my lifelong partner in marriage. From the moment I met you 6 years ago, I knew you were the one I wanted to be with. As we dated, I witnessed how responsible, caring, and trustworthy you are. I saw how loving you are with children, and I knew instantly.
It's okay, take your time.
Come on, Tommy.
And knew instantly I wanted you to be the mother of my own. I am extremely grateful for your family, who welcomed me warmly with open arms. It became obvious to me that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. With you as my wife, I know we will overcome any obstacle life throws at us. I make the following before you as your loving husband. First and foremost, I promise to make your happiness my highest priority. I know you are sacrificing so much by moving to America, and so I will provide you with the best life that I can possibly can. I promise to love you no matter what circumstance, and to always take care of you when you are feeling sick, which is always. I promise to be the best husband and a father to our many children.
Did you know that?
Apparently so.
And last but not least, I promise to always brush my teeth before bed so that it doesn't smell like coffee. I love you so much and pledge to honor you for the rest of my life.
Lovely. There you go, Sarah.
Okay. Thomas, when I first saw you that night, I instantly thought, oh yeah, he's a bit of me. And as I got to know you, I came to realise, actually, you were a piece of me. A piece of me I always thought was missing. The more you became part of my life, the more I started to become whole again. Every smile, every laugh you made me experience helped to sew all the pieces back together. You made me whole, and as we start this new chapter of our lives together, I can only imagine what amazing things we have to experience together. You're my rock when I need to be strong. You're my road when I need a new path. The light I need to guide me through the dark, and the sun to brighten my every morning. I love you now and always, and I will forever be your always, and you will always be my always.
Lovely, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Are you okay?
Yeah.
We could have done with some tissues, couldn't we?
That went a bit more emotional than I thought it was going to.
Now, Thomas and Sarah have chosen to seal their contract of marriage with the traditional exchange of rings. Now, a wedding ring is an unbroken circle with neither beginning or end, and it symbolises unending and everlasting love, and it is the outward sign of the lifelong promise you have just made to each other. So, could I ask Scott to come forward, please? If you come here, now open the box and give Thomas Sarah's ring.
Sarah's ring.
Sarah's. Hold on to the other one. Come and stand beside me.
Get over there.
So, if you like to turn and face each other. Not in front of me. Turn and face each other.
That's good.
I'll go here.
Okay,
Okay,
that's good.
There we go.
right. So, if you like to place the ring halfway along and say to Sarah, Sarah, I give you this ring
Sarah, I gave you this ring
as a token of our marriage
as a token of our marriage
and as a lasting reminder
and as a lasting reminder
of the promises
of the promises
we have made here today.
we have made here today.
So push the ring on
Really push it on.
Okay.
Fingers are swollen.
Oh no.
gently.
That's good enough.
There we go.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, and you'd like to turn the hand over. And can we have Thomas's ring? Give that to Sarah. Well done, Scott, for not losing them or dropping them on the ground or anything.
Could have gone right down there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scott.
Right. If you say to Thomas, Thomas, I give you this ring
Thomas, I give you this ring
as a token of our
as a
marriage
token of our marriage
and as a lasting reminder
and as a lasting reminder
of the promises
of the promises
we have made here today.
we've made here today.
So push that ring on.
Easy.
Nice and easy.
Okay. So if you like to face me. So Thomas, you can sit down if you like. So Thomas and Sarah, this is the first day of a new phase in your lives together, and we all hope that the feelings you have for each other today will continue to deepen and grow even stronger throughout the years to come. You have both made the declarations required by law and made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your witnesses, family, friends, all gathered here today. So it therefore gives me the greatest of pleasure to tell you you are now husband and wife, and you may kiss your lovely bride. Congratulations.
It's like our first date all over.
Nice lipstick example.
It gives me the greatest of pleasure to introduce to you all for the very first time as husband and wife, the very new Mr. and Mrs. Ing.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Done, guys. We can have food.
We can drink.
Drink.
Hearts worth falling for. Oh, and with open arms I'll carry you.
I'm just going to do a little Wiccan blessing as I'm Wiccan. There you go. Right, so we're just going to bind Sarah and Thomas and say a few words. Okay. Blessed be everybody. Blessed be this union with gifts of the East, communication of the heart, mind and body, fresh beginnings with the rising of each sun, the knowledge of the growth found in each sharing of silences. I can't read my own handwriting. Blessed be this union with gifts of the South, warmth of the hearth and home, the heat of the heart's passion, the light created by both to illuminate the darkest of times. Blessed be this union with gifts of the West, the deep commitments of the lake, the swift excitement of the river, the refreshing, cleansing passion of the rain and all the encompassing passion of the sea. Blessed be this union with gifts of the North, firm foundation on which to build, fertility in the fields to enrich your lives, a stable home to which you may always return. Sarah and Thomas want to say a little blessing to themselves?
Do we say this together?
Yeah, you say it together.
1, 2, 3.
Upon this day, our hands we bind, a symbol of our hearts entwined. To witness this, we ask of thee, our union forever, blessed be.
Well done. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, and with open arms I'll carry yours. Come, rain or shine, I'll cover you up and calm the skies. As long as you are mine, I'll be there when you need me. You can count on it every time. It won't always be easy, just as sure as the sun will rise. I'll be there when you need me, with every tear that falls from your eyes. Oh, you have me completely. I'll be there when I'll be there when you need me. Trust, it builds a home, and ours is a sacred sure as the sun will rise, I'll be there when you need me. With every tear that falls from your eyes, oh, you have me completely.
Thank you. That's way more than I expected. All right. Yeah, so thank you guys for coming. That's all I want to say. Thank you all. I know a lot of you guys came from far away. My American friends came from America, especially Brandon, who drove 15 minutes from here. But a lot of you guys, and Sarah's side, thank you so much for coming. I felt like I met you guys for the first time, even though you guys said I met you guys before from Cassie's wedding, and I wasn't totally there. But thank you anyways. I'd like to take this time to look at my wife here. I just wanted to let you guys know like how beautiful she is. And I just can't explain what I thought when I saw her when she came down that aisle. Thank you. I think this mic kind of ruins that. There you go. So I just want to give a toast to my wife, Mrs. Ng, who said yes a few years ago. And to you as well for coming here, and thank you for the gifts. And also, there's going to be a hog roast afterwards, so don't fill yourself up too much. So yeah, I know, right? First time knowing this. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you.
Good afternoon, family and friends. My name is Norman, and I am Thomas's father. My wife Candace and I would like to thank you for joining us in celebrating this momentous occasion. Many of you have traveled thousands of miles to be here today, and I, along with Thomas and Sarah, are extremely grateful that you honor us with your presence. I would like to thank the beautiful bridesmaids for looking after the bride, the majestic groomsmen for assisting the groom, the minister for delivering a splendid service, and her boss for ensuring that the weather was conducive for an outdoor wedding. Lastly, but most importantly, I would like to thank Paul and Lisa Simpson. Although Candace and I met you for the very first time during this hectic weekend, you have been extremely affable and gracious, and it is indeed an honor to be related to you through the marriage of our children. I hope the bonds of our friendship will continue to grow stronger in the years ahead. Thomas, there could not be a better time than this to reflect on the pleasures of raising a remarkable son like you. You have done nothing but made your mom and me proud, both in the choices you made through the years and the ways you worked so hard to achieve your dreams. You have touched our lives deeply, and it is difficult to find the words to express the love we have for you as our son. Suffice it to say, we wish you and Sarah good health, good fortune, and everlasting happiness as you embark on your journey through life together as one. Sarah, now that you have joined our family, it is now complete. Candace and I want you to know that we took to you instantly. You are a thoughtful, compassionate, and enchanting young lady. Your radiant smile and captivating personality are surpassed only by your down-to-earth spirit and your devotion to those you love. As Thomas once told me, you are the most precious flower that blooms under heaven. And Thomas is incredibly lucky to have found such a faithful soulmate. Thomas and Sarah, when you two met 6 years ago, it was your destiny. Whenever Candace and I see you two together, we are hard-pressed to think of two people who are better suited for each other. You two are a perfect match, like bangers and mash. Fish and chips. Fish and chips. Or as Forrest Gump would say, like peas and carrots. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses and join me in a toast to the bride and groom. As parents, There are two priceless gifts we give our children: roots, so they are grounded and know where home is, and wings, so they have freedom to fly away from the nest. Here is to Thomas and Sarah as they spread their wings and soar happily together as husband and wife into a glorious sunrise.
Thank you, Dad.
Here you go, Tony.
Thank you, Mom.
I want to thank you all for coming to celebrate Sarah and Thomas's special day with us. I'm not good at speeches as I can keep it short. I'm so proud of Sarah. She's funny, loving and giving, smart, talented, and would give away her last pound. If someone else needed it. Sarah also has a talent to be able to wear a bin bag with a catwalk style. Not many can, I know, I've tried it and it's not a good look. I'm also very proud to be able to call Tom our son-in-law, who is also talented, working, loving and caring and funny. When on a short trip to Scotland for Hogmanay, we watched him with a bad Scottish accent, drunk on whiskey, doing a Highland fling. Good memories. I also want to say thank you to Norman and Candice for extending our family, albeit over the pond. Here's to Sarah and Thomas, marking the family bigger with grandkids, not wanting to rush them, but I want more grandkids. So if you can, all raise your glasses, a toast to happy couple, to Sarah and Thomas.
Hello everyone. Well, hello everyone. I hope all of you are having a great time as we celebrate Thomas and Sarah's wedding, marriage.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. My name is Scott. I am Thomas's cousin. And growing up, I had 2 older sisters and no brother. And growing up, I always wanted a brother because a brother, what I thought would be, a brother would be like my best friend, a person that I could hang out with and play games and just tell jokes with, but I never had a brother. So I would ask my Mom, why don't I have a brother? And she would say, if you had a brother, that means you would have to share all your toys. I was like, that's a good call. That's a good call. Cancel the brother. I don't want one anymore. But even better than having a brother was having my cousin Thomas live down the street from me. And as far as I can remember, we hit it off just from the beginning. Like every family gathering, we'd always be hanging out together, just making jokes, just talking all the time. He basically became the brother I never had. We would just spend summers together. We would have swim lessons, and we would go to the arcades and watch movies. And it was the greatest. It was the greatest. It was like the peak. I didn't think life could get any better. And I was thinking, you know what? Who needs women? I've got my best friend I can hang out with forever. But Thomas obviously thought otherwise when he met Sarah. And I got to know Sarah over the past few years as she came over to visit the States. And immediately I noticed that Thomas was absolutely very fortunate to meet someone so beautiful and extremely patient, extremely kind and thoughtful. I'm just so happy that you two were able to find each other. I'm so glad. Like I said, me and Thomas were inseparable. And if you weren't hanging out together in person, we would be having long talks on the phone, just hours and hours. We would be talking about video games, we'd talk about Star Wars, I love Star Wars. We would talk about movies. We would even read Harry Potter aloud over each other. Like I would read a page of Harry Potter, and then he would read the next page. We would talk about everything, absolutely. But eventually, after talking for hours, we would eventually run out of things to say. And when two people normally run out of things to say, they'll say, all right, I gotta go, I'll talk to you later, and they'll hang up the phone. But no, not me and Thomas, no. Once we ran out of things to say, we would just sit there in silence. Yeah. Neither one of us wanted to hang up the phone and say goodbye, right? If you say goodbye, you would disconnect, right? What if one of us thought something funny to say, something interesting to say, right? So we would just sit there in silence, Every 15 minutes, someone would say, hey, are you still there? Yeah.
All right. Video chat. We just sit in silence.
Yeah, exactly. Just checking. And then silence some more, right? This was before anyone had any smartphones, right? So I would literally be staring at the wall, just in silence with my cousin Thomas, right? 'Cause I didn't want to hang up. It was just the comfort of knowing that Thomas was still there on the other line, and that I love that assurance. And it wouldn't be until my sister would come into the room and be like, "Hey, are you on the phone?" I'm like, "Yeah, obviously I'm still using the phone with Thomas." And she was like, "I need to use the phone," so I just tell Thomas, sorry, I gotta go, right? If my sister did not come in that room, I would still be on the phone right now with Thomas 20 years later. But like I said, I just enjoyed the assurance and comfort of knowing Thomas was there. And so to Sarah and Thomas, as you spend your future days and future years together, eventually you might run out of things to say during the day, but you can have the assurance that you always have each other at your side. So cheers.
Too many days in the darkness, without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes. Every part of you wants to surrender, but darling, you were meant to survive. With every star, we are